I'm a professor of Jiu Jitsu. I've been doing Jiu Jitsu for about 30 years this year. And I've also been a personal trainer and just been in the physical kind of fitness industry and realm my whole life. So I've been super active throughout my career and lots of mat time, rolling for 3 to 5 hours a day, teaching classes, working with kids, adults, big guys. And so it's been taxing on my body over the years. I started developing a kind of a chronic issue with my back, and it turned into a herniated disc. Because it was chronic, it came in phases, and it started, and I would have a flare up, and then I would be able to manage it, and it would go away, and it would take me out of training for a few weeks at a time. And that happened several times in a row, and each time it happened, it got worse and worse, and I would be out for longer and longer. And then it got to this point where when I was doing the kettlebell swings, kind of a regular workout, it caught something, popped, something snapped, and I was down and out. I've lived and breathed jiu-jitsu my whole life, and so whenever this happened, it took me out of training for the longest period that I've ever been out of training in my life, and it was very scary because I got to support my family. The doctors had me take steroid packs. I'd taken shots. I had horrible sciatic pain down both legs. It vibrated from my spine all the way out, down back both my legs, into my heels and my toes. I was on painkillers. Yeah, if it's out there and I could find it, I tried it, because the next step for me was surgery. That was what the next step was, and I wasn't gonna do that. If there's any way to keep from doing that, I didn't want them cutting on me. And so that was when the Regenerative Center came in.
Jared came to us with a herniated disc that had been limiting his movement and causing ongoing pain. As a jiu-jitsu coach and athlete, that pain wasn't just physical. It was keeping him from doing what he loved and from showing up for the kids he mentors. Surgery wasn't an option he wanted. We offered a regenerative solution that combined decompression, platelet-rich plasma, and advanced cellular therapy to reduce inflammation, relieve pressure, and support healing at the root of the problem. Today, Jared is back to coaching, training, and living without pain.
It was a bit of a leap for me to do this because it was an hour-and-a-half drive just to get there one way. And after talking to them for a while, I understood that they understood what my problem was and that they had a pathway forward that had worked in the past. So some of the therapies was the PRP and the decompression therapy and the cellular therapy. So the process took around 6 weeks for me to go from pretty much bedridden to normal and naturally again and having a somewhat natural movement. I went from a pain level of around like 10, 11, I'm excruciating, to now when it flares up, it's more like a 1 or a 2. I'm back to teaching and training on the mat. We just started a mastermind not too long ago that I'm able to do, which has increased my revenue. So it's saved my life and my business.
Stories like Jared's are exactly why we are passionate about what we do here at the Regenerative Center, helping people stay active, avoid surgery, and return to the life that matters most to them is our mission. You don't have to live in pain or settle for surgery. If you're ready to explore a natural solution for your herniated disc, give us a call. We would love to help.